Welcome to JVR Industries once again, and thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over the Vac110 buyer's guide. So we're going to go over everything that's essential, anything that you might want, and we're going to go into depth as to why you might need those things or why you might not need those things. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover is the cover on your Vac110. This is a really durable material. Protect your unit from scuffs, scratches, make it somewhat dust resistant as well. It's extremely durable material and not bad. It's about a $50 value roughly. So go snag that up on the website. They're very durable, very strong, make that unit last even longer on the outside. So next up on the Vac110 that you will need. Now the next item I would suggest is the stainless steel cart. You can host this unit right on top here, and there's a lower shelf for storing all your products like oil, filters, pouches, and so forth. So definitely check it out. It's definitely a premium cart that's built for this unit, and it's rated well above the weight of this unit and whatever else you might throw on there. So check that out. It's definitely a reasonable price. The next thing I would consider is VacOil. This is a premium vacuum pump oil that is formulated to provide maximum performance and protection on your JVR Vac series chamber vacuum sealers. So the Vac100, 110, 310, and 410. You can get it in a quart or a gallon. The quart's going to provide about 3 oil changes on the Vac110, where the gallon is going to provide about 12 oil changes on your Vac110. So definitely check that out. You can save a little bit of money if you go with the gallon. And if you're looking to save on shipping costs as well, I would say grab it as much as you can on that first shipment to cut back on future shipping costs. So next thing I would consider is getting an oil filter. These are extremely cheap, and I would snag a couple. You have to replace them annually on your chamber vacuum sealer, and this is essential, so definitely snag that. Now as far as the continuation of essential items for your JVR Vac series unit like the 110, I would snag chamber vacuum pouches. Now we have a wide selection of chamber vacuum pouches for your unit, so this is pretty excellent. We have from size, quantity, and thicknesses, we have pretty much all of it. So we have 100 packs, right? We have 500 packs, and we have cases. Now we also sell 3 to 5 mil, and you can special order 6 and 7 mil if you so choose. And lastly, that is just for the chamber vacuum pouch for like typical usage. We also now sell, and we just launched this, is a zipper chamber vacuum pouch in 100 packs. So if you're looking to store and host those snack sticks and jerky and whatever else, this is incredible. It's beautiful packaging. How it works is you fill the bottom of the pouch on the opposing side to the tear notch and the zipper. You fill it up, seal it off. Later on, this laminated pouch is going to make for a clean tear away. So super clean tear. And you're just going to open it up and enjoy those snack sticks or jerky or nuts or whatever you might throw in this pouch for yourself or your family. Now back to the regular chamber vacuum pouches. You can buy anything from the 100 pack, 500 pack to case, obviously. Going with the case is going to save you the most money, but if you're looking to do low frequency on a 110, you could stick with 100 packs and it would do you just fine. We also sell a VacPouch variety pack, so if you're not certain the size that you want or thickness, you'll get 3 mil on 4 of the sizes, and this 8x12 will have a 4 mil, so go check that out on the website. Next item on the list is actually the chamber vacuum pouch's best friend, and that is VacGuard. VacGuard is a bone guard material, and we sell it in ultra clear rolls of 240 sheets. So you can take this sheet, tear it off the roll. You can slide this over the bone. So say you're doing tomahawks, you can slide it over the bone, throw it in a 3mm pouch, and this might be a little small for a tomahawk, probably more like, dependent on the size, it could be 11 by 13 or 11 by 16. You could slide it on that bone, slide it into the pouch, and it would make it extremely puncture resistant. What is the benefit of this? Why not just go 5mm? Well, if you're doing intermittent packaging of bones or sharp edges, I highly suggest doing this because you can save up to 28% on cost, as opposed to doing 5mm, this paired with 3mm. But if you're doing high frequency packaging of the same thing with sharp edges, protruding bone or anything like that, then I would strongly suggest just using a 5mm because that's going to save you a ton of time. So it's just dependent on your personal usage and what you need personally. So now that we're done with chamber vacuum pouches, bone guard, those type of things, you might also want to consider VacShrink, and I'm briefly going to cover this because most chamber vacuum sealer users that are buying or interested in the Vac110 aren't really interested in this, but we also sell VacShrink, which is a shrinkable chamber vacuum pouch. What you do is you seal it off just like any other pouch, and you can throw it in a dip tank and it'll shrink up right up onto the product, like what you would see in a whole chicken or sausage or anything like that in the store. So definitely a cool thing, highly puncture resistant. You can buy standard duty or extreme duty. We also sell bone guard shrink pouches, so it's VacGuard and VacShrink in one. So definitely check it out if that's something you're interested in, but most Vac110 users that buy from us are not typically interested in this. On to the next thing is the bar assembly. So with your unit, you're gonna get a standard seal bar assembly with a 8mm flat heat strip. And that's just for standard 3 to 7 chamber vacuum pouches to seal them off, or our VacPouch. But if you're looking to seal off what you see over here, retort or 7mm Mylar bags or pouches, then you might want to consider our retort bar assembly. And what is the difference? Well, this is designed specifically for those pouches. It's a concave heat strip inside of there, and because it's concave, it's causing more heat to go to the top of that, which is sealing off those pouches much better. So this is a 3.5mm heat strip that resides inside of this. And so if you're looking to do that, I highly suggest picking that up. You can use the standard seal bar assembly in there, but we strongly advise against using this, as this will shorten the lifespan of a standard seal bar assembly. And with that, we suggest getting the seal bar tape replacement and the heat strip for the retort bar assembly replacement as well upon first purchase. That way you always have a backup. Typically people that are using our Vac110 are doing higher frequency, so we highly suggest that. That way you never have downtime, and when you reuse that, you can just pick up more. That way if it ever fails again, you're set to go. So one of the last things I would suggest is up for debate. So it's dependent on the user. It's not necessarily essential, but it is up for debate dependent on the person and what they're packaging. So if you're doing a lot of low profile packaging, I would suggest at least getting one of these. And most of you would turn around and say, well, I already get 2 with the unit, correct? You are correct, you get 2 with your unit. But if you're dealing with pretty low profile packaging, you might want to consider getting 1 to 2 more of these depending on what you're packaging. So if it's extremely narrow, low profile, I would snag 2 of these. If it's something like hot dogs or bacon, you might be able to get away with 3. But this is for a specific reason. The reason why you would want to get more is because it's going to help elevate the product, shorten the pouch, which is going to save you money. So that's the first thought. The second reason why you would want to elevate the product is because it's going to prevent seal failure. It's going to make it so that your weld is spot on. It's going to prevent wrinkles, stuff like that, ensure that it's sitting in those bag clips really well. So that's another reason why we would suggest it. And lastly, it's going to remove a lot of the air that needs to be removed from the chamber. So the more high density polyethylene filler plates that you have in there, the less air that has to be removed, the faster the vacuum cycle times are going to be. So if you're looking to speed up your process even more with this Powerhouse, getting filler plates is going to take you next level. So the last item I would suggest is kind of non-essential. Now for some of you guys, this might be extremely essential. It's dependent on the user. So it's the seal stamp kit. Now if you haven't heard of this, check out that hidden feature video in the upper right hand corner of this video. We just revealed this a little while ago. It is super cool. If you take the cushion strip, that's what the seal bar assembly engages with, and you flip it around, you're going to find the hidden feature, and that's these cavities in the cushion strip. So if you just simply rotate that, pop it back into the little cavity here, you pull out the dates, so FEB 2022 for example, you slide it into these cavities, you drop it to seal it, that code is going to show up right in the weld of your pouch. Now let it be known that this is not compatible with your retort bar assembly, but it is compatible with the standard seal bar assembly. So if you're looking to date code your chamber vacuum pouches with a seal stamp kit and save money from having to get printed pouches, if you're looking to save money by having, you know, to hand write everything, if you're doing hundreds of packages, this is the way to go. It's going to save you a ton of time. Even if you're doing like 50 packages over the course of like 20 days or a few hundred over the course of like the month, you could just simply put the month and the year in there, and it's going to save you a lot of time. That way you have a rough idea of how long it's been in your freezer, how long it's been in your fridge, and so forth. So definitely check this out. It's super cheap. It's under $10 right now. So check that out. Now everything that we talked about in this video will be linked in the description below. So if you're looking for ease of access, go hit the links down below so you can price everything out. We're trying to make this as simple as possible. And if you still have questions on things, feel free to reach out to JVR Industries personally at 716-206-2500. We'd love to answer your questions. We would love to get you set up. And if you have any further questions regarding the Vac110 itself, not necessarily what you would get with it, we would love to discuss that as well. And maybe the 110 is not even the choice for you. We do have a video for the 100 versus the 110, so check that up in the upper right hand corner. I'll leave a link for you so that you can quickly access and see what the differences are and what machine might be better suited for you as a user. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in with JVR Industries on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified anytime a new video comes out. You guys have a great one.